Today is Mocktail Monday, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a collagen-infused sparkling raspberry lemonade. And it's a classic twist on a summertime drink. But before we get started with the recipe and the directions on how to actually make it, I thought I would tell you guys a little bit about why I got interested in making mocktails in the first place, because I think you guys probably would like you would probably like mocktails, and you would like them even more if you understood why I'm making them and what they're replacing. So I always thought that beverages were seemingly innocent, but a couple years ago it was brought to my attention that depending on what you're drinking in a day and what your health or fitness weight goals are, what you're consuming in drinks, the calories can seriously add up and be an unknown detriment to you reaching your goals. So here's where this all started. I was in college at USC, so that was 5 years ago when I graduated. I was constantly getting drinks at Starbucks. I had this one favorite. It was a white chocolate mocha with extra whipped cream. And I was in class, my friend said, "Hey, can I have a sip of your drink?" And I said, "Sure, I'm just warning you, it's really, really sugary. It's a white chocolate mocha, and I haven't put extra sugar. You're probably not gonna like it," which is my disclaimer to literally everyone, or used to be, and sometimes still is. And it, not on purpose, it usually sort of puts them off and they don't want a sip of it. Just like I don't want a sip of someone's unsweetened iced tea. Anyways, so my friend takes a sip of it and looks at me and goes, "Geez, you weren't kidding, that is super sweet." And I was like, "I warned you." So we go on, I think it's the end of class or something, and my friend comes up to me and says, "Look, you're in amazing shape, you take really good care of your body, so this is not to shame you for what you're consuming or anything like that, or to stop you, but are you aware of how much sugar is in that?" And I said, "No." And keep in mind, this friend is a roommate, there's no bad blood. She's really not being judgmental or telling me something to make me feel bad. She just thought I would genuinely want to know, as someone who is health conscious and conscious food-wise of what I'm putting into my body. And she said, "Yeah, the small white chocolate mocha without any additives is in the 600 calorie range." I was totally blown away because I realized that with my breakfast sandwich that I then of course looked up, which was 350 calories, that I'd gotten close to consuming 1,000 calories just by the end of breakfast, which is not something that's ideal. If I were on a calorie restricted diet, it would leave very little room for me to enjoy anything for the rest of the day. So after that, I started thinking more about the drinks that I was consuming, the soda, even the alcoholic beverages later in the evening, stuff like that. And just to put into perspective how seemingly innocuous these drinks can be, I wanted to share a pamphlet from the CDC where they basically give a faux day in the life of what you may be drinking and how it adds up. So let me pull out that pamphlet. So if you were to consume a beverage several times a day, here's what it may look like. Morning coffee, 16 ounces with whole milk, 265 calories. Lunchtime drink, you have a 20-ounce bottle of soda, that's 227 calories. In your afternoon snack, you have a 16-ounce can of sweetened lemon iced tea, that's 180 calories. And for dinner, you have a 12-ounce glass of non-diet ginger ale, that's 124 calories. So adding all of that up, the total is 796 calories, which is a lot as it adds up throughout the day. You may think in your morning coffee, 265, whatever, but depending on your habits for the rest of the day, it can really add up. And keep in mind, I know you're probably not consuming this particular type and amount of beverages per day. But if you are keeping track, it's a good way to put in perspective how they can really add up. And that being said, changing your beverage choices or making healthier substitutions can really make a big difference in your caloric intake and therefore help you reach your health, weight, fitness goals. So in light of that, cue Mocktails. I thought I would talk a little bit about one of the ingredients right now that we're going to be using and why it's a great substitution for mocktails, and that is sparkling water. So it has 0 calories, 0 added sugar, nothing artificial. It's totally clean. It's also really refreshing. Sort of the carbonation, especially during summer months, can feel just a little bit lighter or more fun than average water. It's just like regular water in the sense that it's hydrating. And so if you're anything like me, I try to drink a certain number of liters of water per day, I've actually seen a really interesting improvement in my overall well-being when I increase my water intake. So if you're someone that doesn't like water, the taste or lack thereof, doesn't drink enough of it, you can try sparkling water and use it towards reaching your daily water intake goals. So hydrating just like water with a little bit of a sparkling kick. The carbonation also gives it sort of a soda feel. Therefore, if you're a soda head like me, this may be a really good alternative because it sort of will quench that thirst for a soda thanks to the carbonation without any of the added sugars or calories. And lastly, studies have shown that sparkling water actually helps leave you feeling full longer, which can be great, especially if you're trying to reach certain weight loss goals. Maybe it would help you be less inclined to snack a little bit later. It totally is up to the individual, but great substitute if you're trying to sort of limit your food intake. This can leave you feeling a little full and then consume a little bit less. So that being said, I'm gonna now jump into the recipe part of this. And the key to really taking your sparkling water and transforming it into a delicious mocktail is being mindful of the ingredients that you're adding to it. So if you look up mocktails online, a lot of the recipes are gonna request that you use store-bought fruit juice, or I don't know, it's usually the store-bought fruit juice with mocktails that's the culprit. And that store-bought fruit juice is high in calories, it has a lot of added sugars. So when it comes to lemonade, what are you gonna do? You could, in theory, go make some lemonade with some fresh lemons, but that's really tart, and what are you gonna have to do? You're gonna add a lot of white sugar to it. So to solve this lemonade dilemma, look no further than 310's lemonade. After I introduce the recipe, I'm gonna explain a little bit more about why 310's lemonade is such an unbelievably good substitute for your mocktails. And so let's get to the ingredients. So I have my little station back here with all of the cooking implements we're gonna be using. So for the recipe, you're gonna need 1 stick of the 310 lemonade, the original flavor, 1 scoop of 310 collagen, because like I said earlier, this is a collagen infused sparkling lemonade. 1 cup of raspberries. You can use frozen or fresh. I'm gonna be using fresh today. 1 lime fully juiced. 2 cups of sparkling water, 1/4 of a cup of regular water, and some ice. Okay, so as I said before, now is when I'm gonna be jumping into talking about why the 310 lemonade is such a great solution for mocktails. So first and foremost, the drink mix, only 10 calories, has no added sugars and no artificial sweeteners. It contains Green Select Phytosome, which is a highly absorbable green tea extract that's also rich in powerful antioxidants, and has, oh my God, why am I totally blanking? With antioxidants, totally having a brain fart. Let's just stick with that. Has really great antioxidant properties, which are great for aging. It also has alkalizing minerals like calcium, magnesium, and potassium that help you maintain a healthy body pH. So the other part is that it's really flavorful. Like for 10 calories, you would have no idea that there's no added sugar, no nothing in this. Like it's truly delicious on its own, and even better when you mix it up. And again, with the collagen, I thought just to give you guys a little bit of background on collagen, if you don't have collagen, that's okay. You can still just make the lemonade with the 310 powder and the other ingredients. But I think collagen is the secret weapon to what makes this drink really unique. So the background on collagen, well, collagen is one of the most abundant proteins in the body. It's part of every working system. It also has a lot to do with your skin, and therefore I've been taking skin supplements, or rather collagen supplements, for my skin, especially as you get older. It can be really useful. It's sort of it teeters on the line of a beauty supplement and just a general health optimization supplement. And for reasons as to why I love 310's powder as opposed to other collagen powders on the market, it's that It's totally tasteless. You can add it to any recipe, like really any recipe. If you're making soup, added collagen boost right here. If you're making, let's say, a protein shake, look no further, add right here. And even get this baked foods. So you're baking cookies, you can add the collagen powder. It has 11 grams of protein in it. So not only is this sparkling beverage about to have collagen, but it's about to also have protein in it. So it's definitely gonna have a little bit more of like a full feeling. That's because you're getting a lot more than just sparkling water and some fruit. So if you're adding the collagen to any recipe, you're getting an added boost with the protein. And last but not least, it only has 43 calories, which is less than other similar collagens that are on the market. All right, so now that you've been introduced to the ingredients, let's get to making some collagen-infused sparkling lemonade. All right, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do, I'm gonna clear this out so you guys can see me. I'll try to hold up everything as I go. So you're gonna take your raspberries and pour them into a bowl. I'm just gonna save a couple for the end for some garnishes. So I use almost the full box, up to you as much as you'd like to use. The recipe that I'm making serves 2 people, so I'm gonna have some left over for later, which is great because it's excellent to just put in the fridge and enjoy at your leisure. So once you put the raspberry in here, you're gonna squeeze your lime. So let me bring my cutting board to you guys. So you can just squeeze it using your hands directly into the bowl. I have this little squeezer guy, so I can avoid getting any seeds in there. Although this little guy doesn't appear to be, oh, there we go, all right. Okay, so there's 1/2 of the lime is done. So you're gonna pour it into the bowl, squeeze your other half. All right, awesome. So now that I've squeezed that, I'm gonna pour it in here as well. It's so weird, this lime had like no seeds in it. Okay, so that part is done, and then you're gonna wanna make your raspberry mash, or actually simply do that by mashing up the raspberries. I'm gonna use a regular fork. If you want, you can make it in the blender. It's totally up to you. I kind of like the chunkier consistency of the raspberries, sort of a la raspberry mojito. So I'm just gonna use my fork. Anyways, bear with me as I mash this. I'll just say I hope everyone is staying safe, feeling well. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in our world right now. I saw this morning that the NASA, the Dragon capsule docked safely with the space station. I've been really exhilarated by the NASA launch. I've been following it very closely. I think it's super interesting. I actually have followed all of the astronauts, all the female astronauts that were just on the space station, and checking out and seeing everything that they were doing and how they washed their hair in space and eating food. Drinking water is like so weird. It turns into like little globs and you basically grab it out of the air. Anyways, super exciting time for the US in space. And with that said, my raspberry mash is done. So pretty thick consistency. It's okay if you don't get it fully mashed up. It'll be a little surprise treat in your drink. So that's the raspberry mash portion. So I'm gonna put this just to the side. And next up, we're gonna be making the actual lemonade. So this you do wanna use a blender for if you have it. If you don't, you can do it in a big pitcher with a spoon, kind of how you'd make lemonade if you were having a lemonade stand. So I'm gonna pull the blender out. So I'm gonna take 1/4 of a cup of water, just regular water, put it in the blender. get 1 stick of 310 lemonade, the original flavor. Oops. This is a new box. I'm very excited. I tore through my other one, so. All right. Okay. So now I'm gonna pour this in. Also, I don't think I showed you guys close up. This is the, ooh, that smells so good. So this is the blackberry. I just grabbed a random one, but this is what the 310 lemonade sticks look like. They're powdered. You just simply add them to water or your beverage of choice. And they come in a bunch of really tasty flavors. There's the blackberry, there's this cherry lime, there's also peach, which is my favorite. So there's definitely some variety in there. Especially when it comes to mocktails, these lemonade sticks, thanks to the flavor variety, make a really great addition. So we have the water, we put in the lemonade, and now we're gonna add 1 scoop of collagen. All right, and then we are gonna blend until smooth. You guys ever seen in movies, like when people used to forget to put the blender cap on, or maybe it's happened to you and stuff goes everywhere? Yeah, I've been there. Always really cautious about the blender top, so bear with me with the noise. We're just gonna blend this until it's frothy, so it's pretty quick. Like I said, super quick, we're done there. So the next step is you wanna get your cup ready. And so I had prepped my cup with some ice before we started, but it's gotten a little melty because it is hot in LA today. It is like 86 degrees. So I'm gonna pour this out and get some fresh ice. Okay, so I got some fresh ice, and then the next step is to add the raspberry. Feels like it's been a long day, but it's just beginning. So I don't know why I'm tripping over my words. So you're gonna add your raspberry mash on top of the ice. Like I said, this is for 2 people, so don't use all of it. Just don't use all of it in 1 cup. So there's my raspberry mash, awesome. And then we're gonna wanna fill up the glass about 1/3 to 1/4 of the way with our 310 lemonade mix. Okay. All right. So the next step then would be to just take your sparkling water and top off your glass the rest of the way. Don't do it. Okay, overflow averted. So I'm gonna let that fizz down for a second just because I'm about to stick my fork in there and mix it up, and I do not want it to overflow. So then you can keep adding water just as it goes, as the foam goes down a little bit. And then if you'd like, and you still have some raspberries left over, you can go ahead, you can garnish some sort of closer to the top. And you can even add a little lime slice to the side of the glass if you have more lime. My other lime just disappeared from my fridge, or so I think. It doesn't have legs and it doesn't walk, so I'm assuming my mom probably cooked with it, but that's fine. Anyways, so now you have a collagen infused sparkling raspberry limeade. So let's go ahead and cheers and have a sip. It's really good. It tastes refreshing. It tastes like, honestly, this tastes like a really yummy Starbucks drink. I don't know if you guys saw last week, we made the pink drink from Starbucks. That was really fun. And yeah, this tastes kind of like one of their iced tea lemonades, but with way less calories and way less sugar. So I'm a big fan. When you get a piece of raspberry, that's definitely a treat. So in closing, I just want to say thank you guys for joining me for today's Mocktail Monday. I hope you learned, or I hope you enjoyed learning about how to make mocktails with 3/10 lemonade and 3/10 collagen. And I hope that my little spiel on beverages and calories was insightful and helpful. So if you want to, start making some really yummy mocktails, definitely check out the lemonade. And yeah, just be mindful of read ingredient labels as a whole. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to take this outside, enjoy my lunch break in the sun. Like I said, it's 86 here in LA, and then time to get back to work. So anyways, I'll see you guys next week for Mocktail Monday, and cheers.